Deadpool. Claims to be 6'3". Is he really that tall? Well, again, let's look at some photos. Here he is, and Ryan Reynolds, aka Deadpool, is built like a 6'3", maybe a 6'3.5" guy, but is he really that tall? Let's look at some photos. But like a 6'3", 6'3.5". He's not a 6' like 3, 6'2" guy built like a 6.5" guy. I always thought he was 6'2". Here he is with legit 6'3" Dwayne Johnson. He looks an inch shorter, looking 6'2", and with Gal Gadot, a beautiful woman, claims to be about I don't know how tall she. I think she's probably 5'9.5", 5'9 3/4". She's probably wearing a heel, so she's probably 5'11" there, and she looks like a solid 6'2" there. If you think there they again, in a different angle. Now looking like, and The Rock is 6'3". Rock, I could be wrong. The Rock could be 6'3.25", but Ryan Reynolds does look like a legit 6'2" here, and Gal Gadot is supposed to be 5'9.5", looking like a 5'10.5", looking more like a 5'10" woman with The Rock, or with the Dwayne Johnson. Here she is with The Rock. This is 6'3" versus 5'9.5", and The Rock isn't 6'5" or 6'4". He's never seen a day 6'5". He's lucky if he's 6'3". I could be wrong. He could be 6'3.25". Here he is at 5'10.5" Jake Gyllenhaal. He looks 3.5 inches shorter, so he's looking like a legit 6'2" there. Here they again, looking again like a 6'2". You could pass for this. He could be looking 6'2.25" there. You know. Here he is with Jake Gyllenhaal, looking at 3.5 inches shorter. Jake Gyllenhaal is a guy who is 5'10.5". I did a video on him. I got him at 5'10.5". Here he is with Hugh Jackman, who's supposed to be 6'2", but he's more like he's 6'1.25", 6'1.5", 6'1.25", 6'1.5". He might be 6'1.25", 6'1.5" if he stands up straight and bare feet. Maybe his peak height was 6'1". I could be wrong. He could be 6'1 3/4", but Ryan Reynolds looking 6'2" here again. Oh, missing picture. Here he is with, I don't know, Jake Gyllenhaal again. I could say he could pass for 6'2" here, and he could look 6'2.25" a lot. He's not one of those guys who are like he's like Brett Favre. I would be interested seeing a picture with him and Brett Favre. Here he is with Ryan Gosling. He's supposed to be 6'1.5", I believe. Looks like an inch and a half, looking 6'2" there. I wonder if this guy wears enhanced footwear. Ryan Reynolds. Is he wearing some enhanced footwear? I don't see any boot shots he has, but I bet Deadpool has kind of a lift. Like when he was playing Deadpool, I want to see him in photos. He might be wearing boots a lot. Here he is with, here he is with his, I want to see him with his ex, but here he is with Hugh Jackman, looking taller than him. This is not a 2-inch difference. This is at least an inch. If he's 6'1.25", he's looking 6'2.25". Jackman had never seen a day 6'2". He might have been 6'1.5". I could be wrong. He could be 6'1 3/4", but 6'1.25", really 6'1.5" if he stands up straight and bare feet. He's again looking like he's built like he's 6'3". I guessed he would probably was 6'3", 6'3.5". Looking taller than every guy in this picture, but you know, next to The Rock, he looks shorter by an inch. There you go. Maybe all the women here are like 5'4", 5'5", 5'3". Guys are looking 5'11" next to him. Maybe that guy on the right is 6 foot. He's looking like a legit 6'2". Last but not least, here he is with Mariah Carey and Blake Lively. Two pretty women. I think he's looking Mariah, I don't know, 5'7". She could be 5'6.5". But he looks like a legit 6'2" here, and taller than Lively. So how tall is he? I think he's a legit 6'2". I think he's a weak 6'2" in my opinion. I think he's, oh my gosh. I just figured out his footwear, and those probably give him a lot of height. And she's kind of wearing a boot too, so then maybe that's taller. But Mariah, she wears boots a lot. A lot of women do that, so he's wearing some enhanced footwear too. So I think he's a weak but legit 6'2". I could be wrong. He could be 6'2.25", but he's no 6'3", no 6'2.5". But yeah, that's how tall I got him.